you've done it before, you're humble, you were raised that way. But there's a difference in humble and small. Small doesn't take up space. Small doesn't walk to the front. Small doesn't lead. Small sits in the corner and says, don't mind me. God doesn't want that for you. That doesn't mean that it's all about you, because it's not. That doesn't mean that you need your name in lights, because you don't. That does not mean any of those things. It means that in this season, God is going to be using you to your fullest potential. And everything that you just went through was your capacity season. You might have felt like it was an attack on every side, but God was stretching your capacity. Who puts new wine into old wineskins? Because it's lost its stretch. It can't stretch anymore. God has been renewing you for the new thing. And this new thing is going to require you to not play small. I'm a small person in height and stature. I'm small. I'm small by all means of small. I'm tiny. But I'm not tiny in the spirit. I'm not tiny when I speak. I'm not tiny in that way. But there was a time, there was a time. And sometimes small feels safe because small means that nobody sees you. Small also means that you are not being used to the fullest of your potential. That does not mean to not be humble. That does not mean any of those things. You keep that. That's good. But all of this stuff about hiding and all of this stuff about not doing and all of this stuff, when somebody calls on you to give your testimony, whoever you are, say yes, because they're inviting you to the table because you belong there. There were so many times when I was young and pastoring that I remember thinking, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. I had been doing it for so long and still felt like I didn't know how to do this. And after all of these years, you know what I learned? Is that I'm never going to fully know what I'm doing. I have to trust the leading of the Holy Spirit and rely on all the years that I've learned from my elders and people who come before me how to run things on a leadership level. But you are never going to fully feel prepared for what God has for you. And if you wait, guess what? You will sit on the sidelines for the rest of your life. And God doesn't want that for you. Go back and think about Moses, who thought he couldn't. Look at what a great leader he was in the end. That's going to be a similar story for you, but you have to stop playing small. You can't. You can't worry about what people think or what they're going to say about what you wear, what you look like, or whatever it is that you think, whatever you think disqualifies you. Because the Lord has been raising up a little bit of an outcast space of people in this season. It's been a couple years, but it's been coming. And so many of us have told you, and I'm sure a lot of you feel it yourself, that God is raising up a different kind of people. God is raising up people that are not necessarily trained well. God is raising up people that other people turn their nose up to. But they turn their nose up at a lot of people in the Bible. That doesn't mean that you go out of order. That doesn't mean that you do not have accountability. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means that you can't keep playing small. God will send you the accountability. God will send in, and you have to be in order always. Because God is a God of order, not of chaos. I don't know why there's two words combined. But you can't play small anymore. You may not feel equipped, but you're qualified, and God will equip you as you go. You will run into the right people. You will run into the right places. If you don't know, ask somebody. It's a pride issue if you can't ask somebody. There's so many times there were certain facets of leadership that I needed help with. I was so afraid to ask somebody. You know what I should have did? Not care what they thought, and ask somebody. Now I ask all the questions. If somebody's got a question, I got 10. Because if you're going to lead, you got to know how to ask. And you also got to know that even if you are small, you can't play small. Because you're teaching other people how to go out and run with a big old flag that says Jesus. And if you can't do it yourself, they're not going to listen. This is your season. Don't play small. You got